G'day guys, it's Dewey here from ZipTac, and today we're going to go through the contents of the June Zip Box 2019. We had a big month this month. We've got a massive month coming up next month. It's the 1 year anniversary for July, so stay tuned for that. Make sure your orders are in before the 28th if you want to get in on it. Otherwise you'll be delayed until August. So let's get right into it, guys. We've got, obviously, as usual, the original and the Pro Box. This is the Pro Box here, which has both in there. Our normal contents list that we usually have. Yeah, let's get right into it. I'll probably start with my favorite item this month, which is the Exotac Rip Spool. So this is in the original and the Pro, obviously. This is a great little piece of kit. Pretty unique. There's not anything else really out there like this that I've seen on the market. So it's a cool little tool. It's a gear repair kit. Has 50 inches of duct tape on there, or gaffer tape. And then it's got 60 feet of 30-pound test line on there. So you can use that for repairs, or you can even use that for fishing line in a bit of a pinch. Pulls apart. This is all machined aluminium, so it's really high quality. This thing's going to last forever. You'll hand it down to your kids. You just keep refilling it with tape and line. The inside is cool. It's got the little sail needle in there, so that's held in magnetically. You can store it either way, but the cool thing with that is if you're sewing up leather or thick canvas, something that's hard to push through, you can leave the needle in there and use that to drive through it, which is a cool little feature. There's plenty of room in there. You can store more needles, smaller needles. You could put like a little bit of thread in there if you wanted just thin thread. I've seen other people have made tiny little fishing kits to put in there. Then you can use this like a miniature fishing reel to wind your line onto. It has a fire cord lanyard on it, so you can, if you get stuck, you can pull that off, pull all the insides out of this cord, and that becomes your tinder. That'll burn for a minute or so. So yeah, if you really get stuck, that you can use that to light a fire. Yeah, it's all O-ring sealed, so whatever you store inside there, it is protected from the weather. It's not going to get water in there. One thing that you can see, you feel like once you open this up, that's got a little plastic coating around it. You might think the line's just going to wind off, but it has a little hole in there that you can use to feed the line through and tie it off, so it stops it from coming undone. So yeah, this is just a really high quality piece of gear. It's only small. You might look at it and go, it's not worth $60, which is the retail price. But once you see one of these, hold it in your hands, you'll know the quality of it. I know it's an item that a lot of people might not buy for themselves. That's why I wanted to put it in there. It's a really good bit of gear. So yeah, that's the first item for the original box. This is the last one that I've got left. We got some extras for when we got the gear in for the Zip Box, and they sold out in like the first 2 days, so we had to take them off the website so we didn't oversell for the Zip Box. Alright, next item after that was the Bug Out Bag Australia Glow in the Dark Phonetic Alphabet patch, which is a cool patch. It's got all your phonetic alphabet on there. Just a good little reference thing. Other cool thing, which you don't see on many patches, is pretty rare. It's got a little storage pouch in the back of the patch, so you can store like a survival card in there, or just anything small and flat, which is pretty cool. This glows in the dark. These all glow in the dark blue. You can just charge them up with your torch or sunlight or whatever it is. Yeah, they're a really good little patch. Check them out at bugoutbagaustralia.com.au. They've got other patches. They've got Morse code. They've got a few other cool things. Check that out. The retail on that is $20. Here we have, I've only got 3 of them because I broke one, which is my fault, but that's what happens. I've been using these nearly every day since I broke one. I just put it in my bag with something that shouldn't have, so I cut into it. But yeah, I've been using them non-stop, and I haven't had any trouble since then, so don't worry about that. But these are a reusable hand warmer, which is pretty cool. It's got this little disc in here, and then it's filled with a gel. When you just press the disc, then in about 5 seconds, it's hot. So which is really, really cool. UST say that it lasts 2 hours. I reckon it's probably closer to an hour. Half an hour is really nice and warm. But yeah, they say 2 hours if it's insulated, like in your pockets, you're holding onto it the whole time. You'll still feel it's not going to be cold after that, but yeah. So to recharge these, you just put them in boiling water. They say 10 to 15 minutes. I've found that 5 minutes does the job. So just stick it, I've been using my little hiking stove. You just chuck them in there. And the other cool thing is after you've done that, they stay hot for ages as well. They probably stay hot longer once you've boiled it than when you hit the little disc in there, because they get up to the 100 degrees, obviously. It does say on the box, which don't know where I've put the box, it tells you how hot they get. I think it's 60 something degrees. So they do get very hot. Really, really good on a cold winter day. So yeah, they come as a 4-pack, which is what you'll get in there. And the retail price on the 4-pack is $19.95, $20. Alrighty. So next up, we've got these emergency ration biscuits. So that's 900 calories right there. They're like a sugar and oil, basically. So they taste like a shortbread biscuit. They taste really good. I know a lot of guys have these. They just eat them just as a biscuit sort of thing because they like them. But they are a high calorie, obviously, really dense. Great to keep in your bag just as a emergency thing if something goes wrong and you get stuck and you need some food, or just keep in your everyday bag in case you're out somewhere and you just don't have access to food and you're really hungry. Yeah, so that's the first 4 items from the original box. There is one more, which is the Ridgeline Thermal Beanie, which has a really nice micro fleece lining on the inside, a thermal lining, so that keeps your head super warm. I was using this out on the weekend, not this one obviously, mine's in the wash because it smelled like campfire. But yeah, that's an awesome beanie, and that will keep your head warm through the winter. So guys, that is, well, the retail price on that was not $6.95 like I've written in here. So yeah, your brochures are probably wrong, guys. So that's $24.95 is the retail on that one, which brings our retail of the whole box up to $131.80, and that's the box that costs you $80. So yeah, that's pretty good value, guys. We'll move on to the Pro Box. So we had 2 items this month in the Pro Box, which we don't normally do, but they're linked together. You don't have one without the other, so yeah. We've got the Cedar Summit hammock, which is an ultralight hammock, weighs in at 360 grams, guys. So that's a single hammock, super, super light. You could keep that in your bag, even if you're carrying your tent with you as well, just as a little backup, or in case you find somewhere to hang it. Or if you're going ultra light, you can keep this as your sleep setup, basically. We do have the ultralight straps with it as well. We had a couple of options to choose from. There was just the standard straps, but they were a lot heavier. They were a lot cheaper, but we went with the more expensive one. The ultralight straps are 77 grams, guys. So, and they hold up to 135 kilo. The hammock itself will do 180 kilo. The straps are limited at 135. If you're more than 135, you can get the other straps, but yeah, it's a really good bit of kit, guys. I looked at a heap of different hammocks for this. This was the one I wanted to go with. It cost a bit more than everything else I was looking at, but yeah, it'll be worth it in the end. So get out there. It'll be cool to see some photos of you guys with these set up, and let us know what you think of them, how you like it. Cool. So that is all of the Pro Box, which had a retail value of $281.78, and the cost was $150. So that was really good. Our monthly prize winner won a Cedar Summit Dry Light towel. We actually don't really ever know who that is because we just chuck them in the boxes, and before we send them out, we mix up the boxes. Yeah, so that's it for the June box. July is our 1 year anniversary of the Zip box, so it's going to be epic. It's going to be massive. Get your orders in before the 28th if you want to get in on it. If you come and messaging me and asking me on the 1st and the 3rd of July, it's not going to happen, guys. All this stuff, I'm planning that one early. I've not quite. I'm pretty much got all the orders in. They're all ready to go. I just got to get the final numbers by the 28th. So yeah, look forward to that video, guys, and let me know what you thought of the June box. Obviously, as always, send me an email, put messages here in the video, wherever it is, if there's suggestions of things you guys want to see in the boxes. If there's any cool Aussie companies that you'd like to see included, let me know. If there's any gear I haven't seen that you think would be good, let us know. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next time.